So you mentioned that you judge for world class. This is a question from friend of the podcast, John Mateer, who is a world class competitor himself. What's something that makes a competitor stand out and grab your attention, either for better or for worse, when you're
Sure,
judging?
sure. So go back to, rewind that episode and talking about that intentionality, absolutely key. Them being themselves, sincere to who they are, not necessarily don't emulate what you think you should be doing. The biggest thing in competition is to make the judges just feel like they're guests at your bar. Take them into your world and make them forget for the 6, 8, 10 minutes, whatever you have with them for that round. Make them forget everything in the room around them. Set the stage as much as you can. If you're allowed to play music, do that. If you're allowed to, if you can get some sort of aroma in there, just bring them into your world and host them like they're sitting at your bar. It's that level. When you can have that level of comfort as a competitor, then you can actually engage your guests. And that comes through preparing. And preparing happens, each person is individual. You can over prepare. I don't write scripts. I don't memorize word for word. I find that comes across insincerely for me. I make just little bullet points that I want to touch on. And when you prepare all your things, make sure your mise en place, your tools are where you think they're going to be. When you reach down, then you are left to just host the judges. If you've not done your homework, if you've not prepped, if you've not made your list, whatever it is, and you think you're going to roll in and work on a bar that you've never worked on before in a strange room where nothing's where you think it's going to be, and then there's cameras in front of you, and there's maybe your people that have written half your library, your judges in front of you, um, you're going to get tripped up. It's going to take you out of your element, and it's going to feel like you are not bartending naturally because it's not supernatural at that point. Um, so yes, I think preparation, with the end goal being allowing you to be naturally yourself and just
Mm.
be a host. That's it. I think be in the moment and be there with your judges as guests.
Yeah, one thing that I like, and for some people like myself, I do like a script, but
Mhm.
I don't like to be robotic about it. And I agree that like when you're sitting there and you realize, uh-oh, I forgot where I am. It's
Yes.
nice to have something physical that's tied to it. So I almost like to break down the process and say like, all right, here's a bullet point for when I'm doing this. When I'm stirring, I'm talking about this.
Mm.
So that if you have that deer in the headlight moment
Yep.
where you look up and you're like, I forgot what I need to say next, and then just look down at your hands. What are you doing? Oh,
Yes.
do say the thing that you say when you're stirring the cocktail.
Yeah, and you've
So
rehearsed that to get to that point, and very few people can do a word for word script. Like we're not actors, right? Like so, and acting's hard, and so when they do get tripped up, it throws. I mean, you'll end up with dead air for 30 seconds, it is like listening to the radio, dead air. You're like,
mhm.
30 seconds feels like 25 minutes. You're like, fuck. You feel for people. You want them, like, we'll throw lifelines for folks. Like, if somebody has not said a word in 3.5 minutes and they're bartending with their head down, I don't want to see anybody do poorly. I'd give everybody the exact same chance. But if someone's in that, I'll be like, I'll ask a question or try to re engage them a little bit. But
Right.
often it doesn't work all the time because they're in their
Mm.
head so much at that point.
It's a trick.